They're so popular, they make t-shirts about them.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Hey guys, it's KJ.
John.
And Winnie from Disney Mom Life. Welcome or welcome back. If you like today's video, please
Give it a thumbs up.
subscribe if you're new.
Ding that notification bell.
And leave us a comment. And John, what are we talking about today?
Well, today we're talking about some of our unpopular opinions about Walt Disney World. Some of the things that you guys love, but we are kind of like, take or leave.
The reason we decided to do this video, if you guys follow us on Instagram, we've been doing a lot of Disney Reels, and we actually had one that, for us, really took off, and that was our Disney Unpopular Opinions. At the time of filming, that reel has over 35,000 views last we checked today. And the craziest part is, as I said, we posted it over 2 weeks ago, and it suddenly took off a couple of days ago. We figured, why not make a YouTube video out of it.
And this was a list of 3 things each that we find, a little unpopular about Disney World, but are, actually really popular with the general public,
That's why they're unpopular opinions, John.
Yeah.
So do you want to go first?
Sure. So our lists were in no particular order, at least not mine. So I'll start with Illuminations, the former nighttime show at Epcot. It no longer is the nighttime show. That has now been replaced with Harmonious, I believe it's called. Either way, I was never a huge fan of Illuminations. In fact, whenever we would go there, we would often book dining reservations later into the evening because, one, they were easier to get because a lot of people wanted to watch Illuminations, and we could eat wherever we want. It would bleed into sometimes when Illuminations was starting. Oftentimes, we'd walk out of a restaurant, Illuminations is going, and we would just kind of work
out of the park.
Work our way out of World Showcase, get towards the buses so we could maybe hop on a less crowded bus or certainly a less crowded line for your resort hotel. Seen it numerous times. The lack of fireworks was always something that kind of left me flat. The stuff that's happening on the globe. I don't know, you've seen it once, that was enough for me. Whereas there's other nighttime shows like Fantasmic or even the fireworks at the Magic Kingdom, I could see over and over again, even multiple times in the same Walt Disney World vacation. But Illuminations, year after year, never really needed to see.
I saw Illuminations several times, probably not as many as you,
right.
But I did go on a work trip back, probably like 6 or 7 years ago, and we had a dessert party on the water. It was really great, and we had such a great view of Illuminations. I mean, the view does not get better than this. So I actually share this opinion with John. John may be a little more passionate about it than me, but I saw it that one time up close and personal. I've seen it a few other times, not so close, and
Like I was saying before, I think it's because I love the other nighttime shows so much at the Walt Disney World Resort. Like I said, Fantasmic, the fireworks in Magic Kingdom. It's all I find to be more entertaining and interesting than Illuminations was. We haven't seen Harmonious. I don't know how many of you have, but we're excited to see it. I'm hoping it's a better nighttime show than what I believed Illuminations was. I know a lot of you, though, love Illuminations because they even made special commemorative pins when it was going away, which
they
are
made
impossible.
More than just
yeah,
pins.
right.
They had a ton
Everything.
of
There's a whole bunch of merch. You're right. I don't know why I said pins. It seemed like pins were the thing that people were trying to get.
Well, one of my good friends, Matt, he actually had asked me to look for the Illuminations pin, which we could not find anywhere. So it's just
maybe that's
the only reason we know about pins, because we're not pin collectors. But he specifically asked me to check. So
and maybe that's why that particular item sticks in my mind. But yes, I do remember the T-shirts. Say farewell to Illuminations. It was never something that I felt the need to get. So yes, we do share this opinion. I may be a little more passionate about it.
My unpopular opinion is eating at Be Our Guest. When we first went there several years ago, it was really tough to get a reservation. It's still tough now, but it was like really tough to get a reservation back then. And back then, it was just all the rage. And the first time we ate there, I was really caught up in the hype. But we went several times after that, and I really don't think it's worth the hype. There are 3 rooms you can choose from to eat in: the main dining room, the Enchanted Rose room, and
the third dining room is the West Wing. This is not one of my unpopular takes. I actually like eating at Be Our Guest, and I prefer eating in the ballroom. I think
the main dining room.
Yeah, it's just the ambiance and the decor is awesome. Love it.
I think it's a little overrated. Like I said, we've eaten there a few times, and if you've never been to Be Our Guest, then yes, I think you should try it at least once. But it's not what it used to be, and it's definitely, to me, not worth the hype anymore. So what's your next one?
Well, speaking of food, my last 2 actually are food. Let's start with one that I never understood, and that is the turkey legs at Magic Kingdom or any of the parks. I don't understand why in 95-degree Florida weather that anyone would want to walk around with a hot, greasy turkey leg and just be chomping on it while they're, in between rides. For a number of reasons. One, it's greasy. Having all that grease all over your hands. Two, I'm not really craving something that's warm and hot in the Florida sun. And three, to me that would take a long time to eat. How are you supposed to eat it and then I can't go on the ride because I got a turkey leg? Plus you wait on a long line. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't even understand how it became a thing. Like when I think of like amusement parks, I don't think like, yeah, let me eat a big exposed piece of meat and I'm just chomping on, holding with hands that I've been touching railings and rides and whatever else, and I'm eating with my hands inside an amusement park. I don't get it.
I mean, it's not one of my unpopular opinions. It's not something I really think about, but I probably wouldn't get a turkey leg in Florida in 95-degree heat. I'm a fan of turkey, but I just probably wouldn't get it in Disney.
Plus turkey, doesn't it make you, with the tryptophan in turkey, doesn't it make you sleepy?
Tired.
So why do I want to like have a lack of energy when I'm already trying to like summon the most energy I can possibly get to make it through the parks and do the walking and have 14-hour days?
I think they look good. I've never had one. They look good. I just never really had the desire to get one.
No interest. I don't get it. I would love to know anyone in the comments down below if turkey legs are your thing. I mean, they're so popular. They make T-shirts about them.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Okay, so what's your number 2?
Well, these are again in no particular order, but my second one now, Tower of Terror has always been one of my absolute favorite rides in Walt Disney World. Definitely in my top 3, could be top 2. It depends on the day. However, when we were in Disneyland or a California Adventure, it was back in 2017, everything changed. So if you guys follow us, you know that Guardians of the Galaxy are my favorite heroes in the Marvel Universe. Those are my favorite movies in the Marvel series. So I was a little disappointed though that we didn't get to ride it as Tower of Terror. We actually went to Disneyland twice in 2017, and the first time it was closed because it was being refurbished for the new Guardians ride. And then when we went on it later that year, we went on it 5 times, and every time we actually got a different scenario. They have, I think, 6 songs total, or at that time they had 6, and each time we rode on it, it was a different song, and it was just so amazing. And I never in a million years thought I would have loved anything more than I love Tower of Terror, but oh my gosh, Guardians of the Galaxy combined with the favorite parts of what I loved about Tower of Terror, which is like the going up and down, amazing. So I know they probably never will ever do it since they already have it in Disneyland, but I would love it if they made Tower of Terror in Walt Disney World into Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout. That's like my dream, since Walt Disney World is the park we frequent more because we're East Coasters.
And yeah, that's a controversial one because I know there's a lot of people that do love Tower of Terror. I am not one of them. I am with KJ on this. I hate Tower of Terror, but I do love Guardians because it doesn't feel like the same ride at all. Tower of Terror kind of takes you up and drops you, whereas on Guardians, you're always kind of swaying up and down, and you get big drops, big ups, big down. But there's never the stagnant, just kind of sitting and dropping. It's it's always
emotion,
bouncing.
Yeah.
So because it's always bouncing, I don't feel you get still the same sense of the free fall that you do on Tower of Terror because you're kind of in the motion.
Just a little scared, John.
Either way, I don't know. I love Guardians and I hate Tower of Terror. So
John's
to me,
face. Oh, sorry, John. In every ride picture was always like, oh, we have to be where John can like hold on. So
yeah, I always have to sit on the end of the row because I need to have a handrail to kind of clutch onto.
He doesn't want anyone
I don't want anyone next to me because I really do clutch on Tower of Terror. But on Guardians, I was bouncing away to the music. I loved it.
I think you were just distracted. But anyway, that's my unpopular opinion, and it's my dream that they'll one day change it. I know it's not likely, but a girl can dream. And then what is your final unpopular Walt Disney World opinion?
Yeah, I said my last 2 were food. We already covered turkey legs. This one is the very famous Dole Whip that you'll find in the Walt Disney World Resort. The times I've gotten it right by Magic Carpets in Magic Kingdom. I think I've had it 2 or 3 times now. I didn't really think it was it. Yeah, I think.
Well, I've definitely had it more than you. And I've had the other, like, Dole Whip type. They're not Dole Whips, but those other kind of, like, ice creams. There was I think there was a Peter Pan float I've had, and there was the Tangled Cone. I've had a few.
First time I tried it, I didn't think it was anything special. And the times I've had it after that, I was like, why do I keep trying this?
I think the Dole Whips are great. When we were in Hawaii for our honeymoon at Aulani, the Disney Resort and Spa, I got it a few times there too. You didn't get it at all, but I think I got it almost every day. I think it's so good and so refreshing. So
I find it to be tangy and kind of makes me thirsty afterwards. I don't know.
Well, I think it's great, but that's why it's an unpopular opinion. And then my final unpopular opinion, and I feel like this one people are going to be like, what? And that is, I do not like Flight of Passage. We have been on Flight of Passage numerous times. The first time we rode it, it had only been open maybe a week or so, so it was really brand new and didn't really know much about it. And I rode it and I got off and I was like, that was awful. And every time since, I've tried and I'm like, I'm really gonna try so hard to like this ride, and I just don't. I am someone, anytime I do anything 3D, I don't like 3D movies. I actually saw the movie Avatar in 3D so many years ago, and it was awful. I had such a bad headache the entire time, and that's how I feel about Flight of Passage. It just gives me such a headache, and apparently 3D affects women more than it affects men, so I'm just one of those lucky people where I don't like 3D. It gives me a headache. That's apparently a thing. So yes, I am not a fan of Flight of Passage, and plus the fact that the line is so long is even more reason for me to skip it, though. Like, we really don't ever skip it when we go, but it's, well, I shouldn't say that. When I was pregnant, the last few times we've been to Disney, I was pregnant with Winnie, so I haven't ridden that ride in so long, but that's okay. I don't miss it.
Good thing for Disney, you are in the vast minority when it comes to people who don't like Flight of Passage. Unlike my $5 Dole Whip, a multi-million-dollar ride, if that was unpopular, well, you know, the park
Disney
would have a problem.
be in trouble.
Yeah, so it's a good thing that it's a highly unpopular opinion on your end. It's easy to, you know, weed out a turkey leg or a Dole Whip, but, you know, Flight of Passage kind of has a pretty big footprint in Animal Kingdom, so...
And that's why it's an unpopular opinion.
I know.
And also, I feel like it's a good point about Disney. It's actually a plus for Disney, me having this unpopular opinion, because it just goes to show that there are so many things in Walt Disney World that there's something for everyone. That happens to be something that's not for me, but there are so many things that are for me. So it's really a testament to Disney that they just have so much of a variety of different things that you will find something that you like. So with that, those are our unpopular Disney opinions. Let us know in the comments down below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Did you happen to see our reel on Instagram? I'm curious to know if you guys saw that as well.
And I'm curious to know some of your unpopular Disney World opinions.
So let us know in the comments down below. And with that, if you like today's video, please
give it a thumbs up.
Subscribe if you're new.
Ding that notification bell.
And leave us a comment. With that, we'll see you real soon. Bye!
See you at the park, just not on the turkey leg line. Okay, now it's official.
Bye, guys.
Dada! Hi, guys!
Hi, guys.
Hi, Dada!
Can I fix your pigtails?
You haven't.
Yeah,
You-
yeah.